Right. I continue through Amstrad Action issue number 64, January 1991. And I start off with Codemasters compilation. It's 4 games, 3 of which we haven't played before, so we've got a bit to get through on these. But anyway, let's get started. Quattro Combat, Codemasters, $2.99 cassette, joystick keys. It's dark. You walk cautiously through the underground tunnels, sword at the ready. Suddenly, an orc appears. Automatically, the sword flashes in an arc, cleaving the hideous creature's skull in two. Then there's a brief haze as the body magically decomposes into nothingness. Seen from the cockpit, 2 bandits come in fast at 6 o'clock. The lead spits from the barrel of the machine gun, and one of the enemy bursts into a crimson ball of fire. The other maneuvers itself onto your tail. You try every trick in the book, but you just can't shake it off. You're hit. Your vision goes red. Now the enemy surrounds you, pinning you down with and lobbing grenades. Your only chance is to keep moving through the hostile jungle terrain if you can reach the jeep. But 1,000 Oriental warriors are coming at you from all sides. The Death Stars leave your hands at a frightening pace, mowing them down like flies. There's a stairwell somewhere around here taking you to another equally torturous level of the temple. But where is it? Just a minute, what's going on? The scenario is a bit mixed up, isn't it? Well, yes. That's because there's not just one game, but 4. Quattro Combat is a compilation of 4 previously released Codemasters games. They're linked together through one theme: violence. All the games pit you against overwhelming odds, which you have to overcome by inflicting all manner of death and destruction. At under 75 pence a game, it's difficult to see how anybody could be disappointed with this compilation. Although tied loosely together with the combat theme, the games are generically different enough to make them all worth playing in their own right. All are good too, being the cream of the crop from Cody's back catalogue. Combat will have something for everyone. Whether you're into fantasy planes, ninjas, or straightforward warfare, there's something here to suit. Sure, the games might not be state of the art, but for £3, you get 4 very decent games at a very decent price. And the verdict: Deathstalker 81%, Arcade Flight Simulator 78%, SAS Combat 68%, and Ninja Massacre 81%. A rating 83%. 4 for the price of 1. That's value for you. And then we've got a bit on each of the games. So we'll start with SAS Combat. It's a jungle out there. In SAS Combat, your soldier is taking on all corners with a smoking gun to greet them. The game is somewhat reminiscent of Akari Warriors. Your trooper has to make his way through a scrolling landscape, gunning down bad guys and lobbing grenades. There are 1 or 2 bonuses scattered throughout the battlefield. Picking these up gives you power-ups. The most useful of which is a jeep. In this, you're invulnerable against bullets, and only a grenade can kill you. At first, the game area scrolls from right to left, but at a certain point it switches to vertically scrolling. As well as soldiers to slaughter, there are gun towers to contend with. On the upward scrolling section, a train makes the odd appearance. This can be destroyed for extra points. On reaching the end of the level, play switches to a gunless combat section. Here the viewpoint switches to side on, and you have to get from left to right. This time, the enemy cannot be avoided, and pinpoint accuracy is needed to knife him in the guts. Ugh. This part of the game contrasts heavily with the earlier section, which was too easy. This is frustratingly difficult. Stab your victim a second too early or a fraction too late, and you're dead. Graphics are blocky, bold, and bright throughout. This year's combat is perhaps the weakest of the lot, but that's not to say it's a bad game. It falls just slightly short of the mark compared to the others in the collection. Alright. Now we get to play it. Resize everything. Ah, that looks good. Go. Okay. Nope, we're not cheating. SAS Combat Simulator, written by J. Felkus. Graphics by A. Ludley. Correct Codemasters 88. This music's familiar. Cheat, you get 25,000 points. You game told you to cheat. Joystick. Just keep it on joystick. I think that keeps it on joystick. At least that's what you hope it means. Let's go. Start game. Level 1, get ready. Oh, and you did already. Good. It's too easy, they said. Only fire one bullet at a time. That's really annoying. Jeep! Run them all over. Ah! Well, the tank never turned around. Run them all over. Wait. Oh! Did I get hit by a grenade or something? Wonderful. I didn't see that guy. Rapid fire. That went well. Get the Jeep and keep the Jeep. Try it again. You only fire one shot at a time. It's annoying. It was accurate. Oh, good. Jeep. Yeah. You only fire forwards as well. One direction. Tanks are incapable of turning around. There we go up. Well, at least it turns around for going upwards. It's... extra life. Yay! stabby section. Oh! Yeah. Oh, oh! He came from behind. Oh! Yeah, too early. Oh, that's awful. It'll be accurate every single time, otherwise dead. Dead. Oy. Oh, God. Oh. How come they can fire more than one bullet at a time? It's unfair. Where do you get points for that? You guys came right for me. Yeah, first section too easy, they say. Not if you lose the Jeep. Try it again. I thought I threw that grenade. Alright, it's 50 points for that. Oh, God, really? Oh, it's too early. Oh! Yeah. You can't just keep stabbing the button. Can't duck or anything. Oh, that was too late. That's stupid! Ridiculous. One last go. Yeah. Can we quit? game doesn't give you any... Oh! Right, just kill me. Just can't... Just can't just change direction, fire, get away. It doesn't work that quickly. You only get one shot at a time to start with as well, which is awful. So it takes far too long to activate grenade throwing. Seems like tank already has automatic rapid fire as well. Oh god! Grenades. No, that doesn't work. You can't fire sideways, you can't wait for it to come down the screen. There you go, got him again. Oh god, oh! Fucking little punk. Oh god, too late. Oh! You gotta stop moving then stab, it's annoying. You can kinda stab it, you gotta be careful still. Oh, we did it! Got a stage 2! Oh god. Oh. Again, you can only fire one bullet at a time. Which is awful. You can see if you score 25,000 points on this, you're cheating, probably. Alright. Next. Alright, next. There's Ninja Massacre. Ninja Massacre is billed as a sort of oriental combat game. It's not a tiresome beat-em-up, however, being more like Gauntlet than anything. One or two ninjas can join in this onslaught. The game is huge. There are 50 levels, each several times the size of the on-screen area. There's plenty of variety too. Some screens contain puzzles, some are mazes, and some consist of nothing more than mad, murderous mayhem. The sprites are tiny, but there can be literally hundreds of them on screen at once. The little chaps can move very quickly indeed at times. As they reach the end of the screen, it scrolls, revealing more of the playing area. The maps are made from walls, doors, and a variety of other features. On each level, you have to find a stairway down to the next level. Sometimes it's quite straightforward to find this exit, but it can be more profitable to explore more of the level in the hunt for food to top up your rapidly decreasing life counter. As well as grub, there are plenty other collectibles scattered around the levels. Treasure chests give you points. Keys allow you to unlock doors. Scrolls allow you to use a magic spell that obliterates all monsters and generators on screen when used. Other icons affect the way your bullets work, make the monsters run away, or give you invulnerability for a short while. For single player, it's quite a challenge, but the fun really starts with 2 players. Here you can work together as a team or against each other. You need to cooperate in some instances. The screen will only scroll so far. It has to accommodate both players. Okay. Let's get that started. Alright. Click the window, it helps. Ninja Massacre. Yeah, this does load eventually, I'm sure. Ninja Massacre, written by Adam Waring. Okay, computer game. Yeah, no wonder they like this game. Control. Part 1. Key for magic. And that's that. Okay, off we go, level 1. Oh no, push scrolling. There's the stairs, I guess. Look around. This is the first stage, can't be that bad. while in here. With it. Oh, you can shoot those. No. All of it? Okay. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Really angry balls. Alright. Level 3! Time to shoot through. Oh, good. Oh, it respawns. Okay. You can do the gauntlet trick and shoot through corners. Oh, what does this keep growing? Okay, just keep growing nicely. What, a streak down to 1,000 already, really? Oh god. Oh god. Might not be worth it. Game over. Huh. Alright. The other one will go. certainly a way to do it, isn't it? Right, level 4. Okay. No idea what that does. God, there's the angry balls! Yeah, why not? Oh, it's a DD. Oh. The only way to go DD. Stupid 10 bazillion generators all at one place. that the game's version of death? Okay, well that's Ninja Massacre. We'll move on to the next one. Arcade Flight Simulator. Arcade Flight Simulator sees you in the cockpit of various warplanes spanning the three world wars. We're yet to have number 3. In World War One, you're flying early biplanes. World War Two put you in control of that aces of aces, the Spitfire. Things up to date in World War Three. You're in a modern jet fighter complete with missiles. There are 3 missions to complete, each in a plane of a different era. The first has you taking off from an airstrip from the green fields of England. You have to destroy shooting 10 enemy planes out of the sky before returning to your airbase and picking up a bomb and dropping it on top of the enemy camp. Level 2 is you taking off from an aircraft carrier. You have to do exactly the same thing as in the first level though. Pot 10 planes, collect a bomb and blow the base. Level 3's jet fighter scenario set in the desert. Topical, eh? Apart from that, it's exactly the same plot with different sprites. It does get tougher as you progress. There are more enemies on screen at a time. Fuel runs out quickly whatever you're flying, so you need to visit the fuel dumps that are scattered around. Flying low over them tops up your tanks. Bullets need replenishing too. For this you need to head back to base and land. It's not easy to shoot down the planes. Not only do your bullets have a very short range, but the planes can fly at different heights, represented by the size and detail of the sprites. You have to be at their level to shoot them down, and of course, they shoot back too. Because of the nature of the game, the sprites are very small. At low heights, they're little more than a tiny cluster of pixels. They do get more recognisable as they gain altitude though. It can sometimes be hard to see exactly what's going on against the background. Bullets are particularly difficult to spot, so a careful lookout is necessary. Sound is good, the effects change for each type of plane. The early gunfire from the biplanes in the first level changed to the rasp of machine guns in level 2. This changes again to the swoosh of missiles when at the controls of the jets. There is a 2-player game which is very different from the single-player mode. There's no mission to complete and the screen doesn't scroll. The 2 planes re-enter the wraparound screen on the opposite side of when they fly off one edge. It's a player-on-player dogfight, and like most 2-player games of this type, is extremely simple, but provides endless hours of entertainment. Arcade Flight Sim is hardly that, but it's an excellent airborne blast nonetheless. Dogfighting is great fun in 2-player mode. Huh? Okay. Codemasters presents Arcade Flight Simulator devised and developed by Amazing Games. Another pilot has made news today. What's this music? What do you expect from a flight sim? Just switching control, okay. Space to start, let's go. Action stations, World War One. Oh, you got one. Oh. Okay. Oh, I get one and then another one just gets me. Oh. Game over. Hey, game's hard. A historic battle that will not be forgotten. I'll try that again. Can we actually hit 10 enemies? Well, not at this rate we're not. But I have 3 digits for the enemy if you're not going to have more than 10. Ah! Game's hard. Ah. Try again. Come on, hit him. The fuel runs out quick too. Oh, it's too late. We've got 7 of them though, so... Here we go. Back to base here. Here's your bomb. Okay, got the bomb. Now they get to the base. What fuels it? It didn't refuel me at the base, because of course it didn't. Okay. Let's fuel back. Now I've got to find the base. Oh! Look, it's got the word. Okay. A historic battle victoriously won! Action Stations World War II. God. Here we go again. One. We got one. It's two. Oh God. What did I turn into it? What did I turn into? Do you wrap from right to left or not? That's interesting to know. It's mentioned for 2 players, I don't know about 1 player. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Oh, God, it gets even harder. Okay, one more go. Okay, I guess our bullets back. Oh, wait, he's just waiting for me. Fuel's running out anyway. Maybe I should have done that first. Oh! Oh! Well. One will go. One will go. Try it again. Do we have a quit button? Do we have a quit button? It seemed not. Yes, I go into the trees in. Or just the grass apparently even. Okay, Try it again. Ah! Got the fuel! I'm not sure that's how you want to get fuel though. Oh, God. One more. Okay. Okay. The base, get a bomb. Okay. Historic battle victoriously won. Right, World War II. Oh. Ah. Mistake. Oh, an urchin's gone up. Oh, that was dumb. Don't face. Oh. Yeah, stage 2 be hard. Anyway, we'll move on. Okay. A Deathstalker. We've got a second opinion that I missed. Startling value for money with the possible exception of SAS Combat. All of these games are well worth $2.99 on their own. In this compilation, they'll set you back just 75p each. Oh, we've got Deathstalker. This one we've played before. I've looked back and checked that. So Deathstalker whisks you away to an ancient world filled with magic and monsters. Your warrior is, at first, equipped with a sword with which he can chop the orcs and undead skeletons to pieces. The quest is to go down deep into the bowels of the earth and rescue several prisoners held captive, probably by some dark evil figure. Rescue is attempted by the use of potions. You'll need one to free each prisoner, and you'll find them scattered around the mystical landscape. There are plenty of other objects to be found too. Keys are important as they open up parts of the game hitherto unreachable. Food keeps you going if it's not poisoned. The graphics are wonderfully atmospheric. Up above ground, tall trees and towers make up the background. Into the earth and rocky caverns and rough-hewn passages are drawn brilliantly. Torches burn brightly on the wall, complete with flickery flames. Other things that flicker occasionally are the sprites. This is slightly annoying but bearable. The tune that accompanies the game adds even more to the atmosphere. It's very catchy and goes very well with the game indeed. Deathstalker originally scored 72% back in AA41. It is the only game of the foursome that has been reviewed in AA before. The rating is probably a tad low for such a polished budget game, which explains why it's been given a whopping 81% this time round. Ah, nostalgia. Okay, now we can move on to the next game, which is Bumpy by Lauriciel. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Today you're a smiling bouncing ball, unarmed and totally harmless. Your little task is to bounce yourself around a succession of screens, collecting points as well as many other useful things, such as hammers, bananas, cream buns and droplets of water. The first thing to do is to work out how to move. Normally your little ball, aka Bumpy, isn't very bouncy at all, and he wobbles up and down with hardly the power to move about the screen. However, if you press the fire button, you can jump as high as you want. This facility is, as you'll soon find out, remarkably useful. The idea is to move from platform to platform, collecting all the items which appear. These items give you special properties, such as the ability to knock down certain walls or put out the fires which occupy some of the tiles or some of the platforms. When you've collected the required number of items, an exit point opens somewhere on the screen. You must bounce your rotund little self through this and on to the next level. What makes the game difficult are the numerous types of traps and tricks on each screen. Some of the platforms melt when you bounce on them. Others are tilted, so that when you land there, you are automatically sent in the predefined direction. You obviously have no control over where you end up. This is how some of the traps are set up. If you don't land on exactly the right platform, you can fall and be bounced between two angled platforms which are facing each other forever. It must be said that this can get a tad annoying. As you get through the screens, you keep all the collectibles you've picked up. These mustn't be wasted because they'd definitely be needed on later screens, so it usually isn't worth leaving items laying around in order to get off a screen safely. Best to go and get them, but they're sure to be very useful later. Graphics are not very advanced. You're just a small spiraling face. The platforms are just platforms, and the collectibles look like what they're supposed to be: little hammers, pieces of fruit, and so on. To be honest, the game looks old, but it does play better than it looks. Sound is, like the graphics, simple. The obligatory bouncing sounds are provided, as are the bleeps when you die and pick up an item. This plus an intro tune is the lot. There isn't much, but the effects don't feel too sparse. Bumpy must guide himself through 100 levels to complete the game. So if this wasn't enough, a level editor is included with the disc. This allows you to completely rewrite all the levels. You can create screens which are as easy or difficult as you wish. It can be a lot of fun doing this, and you can save the results. However, it does get boring eventually. You'll probably return to the screens that Lauriciel has programmed. Some certainly are fiendish. You only have 3 lives, and if you lose a lot, you return to the beginning of the game, no matter how far you've progressed. It's virtually impossible to get through 100 screens of difficult bouncing with just few lives. It would have been better to give Bumpy a new set of lives every 3 or 4 levels. Instead, the apparent hopelessness of the task hardly inspires you. Something else we should point out is that Bumpy won't run on our new 6128 Plus. There would appear to be a compatibility problems with some software, and you'll be sure we'll keep you posted on this. Bumpy is a nice idea, but when you look closely, you realise that it's just a simplistic platform and jumping game. In comparison with the other excellent examples around, it almost starts to look like a budget game. James Bouncy Leach. First day target score, get through 5 screens. Second opinion, Bumpy is trying to be a cutie game, but it hasn't quite worked. The ingredients are all there, the little cute character, the puzzle-based screens. The gameplay is frustrating, however, and relies too much on the player not having made mistakes on the earlier levels. The verdict, graphics, 52%. Very simple. No complexity needed though. Sonic's 47%. Bouncing sounds. Well, what did you expect? Grab factor 55%. Nice idea, quite a few interesting puzzles at first. There isn't a great deal of variety though. Staying power 56%. Not easy. The similar puzzles cause interest to flag. The editor function provides a neat option. A rating 54%. Not bad, and editing your own screens is fun, but you'll tire the whole thing far too soon. Okay. Okay. Bumpy. More French games. Yep. No idea what's with the cat, but whatever. Okay, it stops there, huh? Demo mode. Boing. 3 lives for 100 whole levels. Fun. Okay. Here we go. This is stage 1. Boing, 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 boing. Well, the first 2 hills were easy. Okay, that's 3 stages. Okay, we didn't have that yet. Okay, I see. Can't do that, huh? So we can't really... What? What? Get over there. How do we get past the fire then? Don't have water. Don't get it. That's your 3 lives. Start from the beginning again, idiot. Try again then. Oh! Didn't jump high, idiot. Huh? Oh! Oh no! Okay. Okay, so now we've got one water to handle that fire. No! And then we're out of lives again. 100 stages. 3 lives. 1 more lives. Forget it. Game needs a password system. Oh no! I screwed it up already, see? Do we ever quit? Is it quit? Okay. There's a quit. You're screwed for the next stage if you land on that fire. I mean, knowing what's supposed to be knowing what's coming up is still silly. Oh, did it again. Huh? Try again. Oh, did it again. These controls are finicky. No. Did it again. It's so hard to get perfect. You gotta be perfect. It's like Mappy. The bonus stage on Mappy. Push the button at the right time to get across. Oh, oh! It's far too early in the game to put stuff like that in. Oh, I keep missing the... You're doing it too early. Oh. Ah. Okay, finally. Okay. Stage 5. Oh god. What have we got here? Huh? Where are we? We better have a hammer. We've got 8 of them, so this should be fine. Oh. Yeah, he gets stuck like that. This is evil. Is there a retry thing? Oh, okay, there it is. Oh no! Did it again. Yes. Yes to retry. Oh no! Never mind. We noticed we could retry from this part, but no. Go do the whole thing again. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on. Next game. Oh, serious games. Large-scale strategy games. As expected, a brilliant game from Challenge. Trevor Brooking. World Cup glory. That's what we need in yet another football game. Starring World Cup strategy on 5 skill levels with friendlies, qualifying group matches, and the finals. Challenge. Now you're thinking. Good. Right, next game is Magic Land Dizzy by Codemasters. $2.99 cassette. Joystick or keys. Old Egghead's back. Magic Land Dizzy is the 4th in the Dizzy trilogy. Trilogy? The game depicts the adventures of a rather unlikely hero, a walking egg who wears boxing gloves. The Dizzy games are in the arcade adventure mold. A series of problems have to be solved to get further into the game. Just like a traditional adventure. However, it's not the case of typing in reams of boring texts. Everything takes place in a graphical environment. It's a platform game in essence. A combination of the two requires accurate arcade skills and the ability to work out logical and illogical puzzles. This time, Dizzy's old arch-enemy, the evil wizard Zax, is back with a vengeance. He was killed at the end of Dizzy 1. Or was he? The truth is, he has taken up residence in a magic world and is determined to take out revenge on a hapless hero. The way he has done this is the way that will trouble Diz the most. All Dizzy's friends have been taken hostage and by magical means are trapped. Dylan has been turned into a tree, Denzel has been frozen, Dozy is in an enchanted sleep, Grand Dizzy has been locked inside a magical mirror, Daisy has grown to the size of a house, Dora, a new character, has been turned into a frog. Dizzy has to rescue all the Yoke folk and then kill the evil Zax, this time for good. Dizzy starts his quest at Weirdhenge. At first all directions seem closed. Wherever you may wander, the hazards seem impassable. After a bit of bold experimentation and a lot of lost lives, however, you will figure out how to get past some of those early puzzles. The usual array of brain-teasing puzzles are there to stop you. If anything, they're even more difficult than before. They certainly had the AA team stumped. The bizarre assortment of objects scattered liberally around Magic Land at first seemed to have no relation to any of the puzzles. Then all of a sudden, you realise that maybe, just maybe, the thing you've been carrying around for ages could be the key to the puzzle that's been perplexing you for the last half hour. Then again, maybe not. A couple of new features have been added, although for all intents and purposes, the gameplay is exactly the same. Instead of collecting coins as a sideline, there are now jewels for the taking instead. These are beneficial in more ways than just adding to your score. They boost your energy levels as well. Graphics are once again 4-colour specky ports. Dizzy himself is the only multicoloured sprite. All the other graphics are solid red, green or white. The colour coding does have a couple of advantages though. It often gives clues as to where it might be possible to make progress later on. A jolly little tune plays throughout the game. It fits well into the cartoon nature of Dizzy and ultimately becomes annoying. Then again, that's what volume controls are for. Magic World Dizzy will be welcomed by those who fell in love with the other 3 games in the series. After all, it's virtually the same. Not as many gameplay enhancements have been made to Dizzy 4 as in the previous efforts. Maybe there's only so much that can be done with the same old format. The puzzles are certainly tougher though, and should provide a challenge even to those who have completed the other Dizzy games. Dizzy compiled. Before you rush down to the shops to get hold of Dizzy in time for Christmas, there's one thing you should know. Magic Land Dizzy will initially only be available as part of a compilation. The Dizzy collection includes 5 games starring our Iggy friend and will cost $9.95. If you already have the rest of the games, then you'll have to wait till after Christmas to buy Dizzy 4 on its own. It will be released in the first week of January. at the usual $2.99. Second opinion, it's a shame Dizzy 4 is a spicky port, but then again, it's pretty well done, so perhaps we shouldn't complain. As with the other Dizzy adventures, this one's a little bit tough right from the start. It will keep you going for a long time. First day target score, rescue one of the yoke folk. Verdict. Graphics 67%, as cute as ever. A spiky port and no mistake. Sonic 62%, fitting bouncy tune. A bit too jolly. Grab factor 88%. Dizzy fans will be right at home. A bit tough at first. Staying power 83%. It'll play and play and play until you complete it. A rating 85%. Izzy wizzy, let's get dizzy. Okay. Okay. No, we're not cheating. Based on characters created by the Oliver twins. Fred W. 1990. He's the first one not done by the Oliver twins. Weird hinge. Alright, go this way. Ghosts! Yeah, this looks safe. Oh, found a diamond. There we go, there's a diamond. Not jewels, but diamonds. Backdoor key. And a diamond. The bush speaks! Hey, does he? This is really heavy, man. Dylan, is that you? Sex turned me into a bush and I'm like rooted to the spot. I'm really into nature, man, but this is too much. It doesn't say anymore. The old well. Alright, get in here. But, it's a little rough. Let's go grow the shark fin. Ah, not like that. You fell in the water and drowned. You lose a life. Okay. Empty milk bottle. A bag of rubbish. Oh. Wait. Back door. Back door key. The door creaks and slowly opens. Okay. We're in. The wizard's axe turned all good to evil, says Prince Charming. He was defeated years ago by a brave hero. He has returned more powerful than ever before. This will be the final conflict. We found a diamond. No one wants to speak again. Loud clunk, and the lever sticks. Oh. Okay. Wow. Sword in the stone. Excalibur won't budge. Just can't get a good enough grip. Uh-oh. Dozy, hey, wake up, sleepyhead! But Dozy is absolutely out cold, even by his standards. Like a huge shock to wake him up. Guess that's a clue, huh? Go. There's nothing. Control bridge. Oi, grunts the troll. You can't cross without giving me 30 diamonds. Ow. Oh, jeez. These are rough. Get up here? Nah. No. It's not. Whoa. Eat me, cake! Eat me, cake. Found a diamond. Found a diamond. Power pull. But we can go out that way. Go that shortcut. We jump up there? No. Power pull does. We have to go past the shark again. That was too early. Oh no, I did too early. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. I actually get 30 diamonds. I presume 30 is all of them. If there's one behind him. My question is, how do you get up these upper platforms here? Not like that, I guess. Oh. The handle. The handle. Hey, Conqueror Worm, thanks for the raid. Playing Magic Land Dizzy. Handle do anything on there? No. Of course it doesn't. Yes, it's a Dizzy! Dizzy, stop that. Stop! I jumped the shark again. Oh, yeah. Sometimes this type of platforming is a little annoying. There we go. And up here. A diamond. Oh no, to jump in the fire. Of course that was there. This thing. Lightning rod. I'll leave that there or not. Okay. Yeah, I've never played any of the NES ones. I played the first. I've got the first one, the very first one, the Ultimate Cartoon Adventure. I always wanted the sequels, and never saw them. What am I doing? I'm jumping. Okay. Does this work? No. Here. A poisoned apple. Oh. Do you like poisoned apples? Lucy, do you like poisoned apples? Oh, no. Don't get too close. What a poison apple. A power pull. See yourself. Oh no, I did it again. Run into the fire, idiot. Okay. One more try. Weird hinge. Haunted swamp. Diamond, of course. Key. Diamond. Hey Dizzy, this is really heavy, man. Dylan, is that you? Dex turned me into a bush and I'm like rooted to the spot. I'm really into nature, man, but this is too much. Slowly open. It was Zex turned all good to evil. Defeated years ago by a brave hero, yet he's returned more powerful than ever before. This will be the final conflict. It's now a trunk and the leather sticks. Find something to do in the castle, I guess. Oh no! Oh no! Fell in the water and drowned. Jeez. Down here. Oh. Okay. Jump there, cause it's a trap. Can't go through there. No. Oh, can't go through there either. think jumping there would be a bad idea. Fire's not conducive to life. Can't go through there. Oh, that just falls off. Oh! What on earth hit me there? Okay. Can we stand on clouds like in previous games? Yes, we can. Watch out for that. Oh. Cloth duster. And we're back to Earth again. Oh, maybe there's something down here, isn't there? I forget. It could just be death. Let's try. Rat. I don't have the eat me cake with me, huh? Might want that. Found a diamond. And you did. Okay. Try that, the cake. If we can get past, don't die on the shark. Oh, boy, you idiot. Where did I leave the cake? Do I leave it over here or not? I forget. Not. Might have lifted the power pole was. Is that the top of the castle? Yay. Oh. No. Yeah, it's really cool. That's not where the power pole was, but there. There's a safer way going there. I should not risk that. jump out this window. Right here. It's safer. Across here. Down we go. No. No. Oh yeah. Yeah. Can't get back up really, can we? Fall in the wood and die. Sticky end. One day I'll probably have to look up a guide for this. Finish this or something. See if the puzzles are actually moon logic or something stupid. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. Alright, next game is... Oh, honey, I'll be back in a flash. Rick Dangerous 2, back in a flash. Keep it warm, honey. Next game is The Spy Who Loved Me by Domark. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Anyone seen a submarine around here? The British Navy has lost one, it seems. It's big, grey, and full of men with beards. It must have rolled off the continental shelf and disappeared under the seabed. Oh well, it'll probably turn up soon, covered with fluff. Anyway, we aren't the only people careless with their top-of-the-range nuclear-powered ballistic subs. The Soviet Navy has also misplaced one. This calls for the unprecedented cooperation between the East and West. This is pre-perestroika, remember. The Russian have assigned gorgeous, pouting Anya Amasova, translated that means helpless female, to this tricky case. And the plucky Brits have sent James Bond. He suspects that the only evil, twisted mind capable of the large-scale theft of military undersea vessels belongs to Karl Stromberg. Consequently, Bond and Anya set off to visit this power-mad despot in his underwater fortress, Atlantis. This is where you come in. You are now Bond, and rather Bond's aging Lotus Esprit. You must drive along a winding road with more traffic cones on it than the M25. The scenery is scrolling vertically past, and of course gets even more torturous. To add to the fun, other vehicles belt toward you in the middle of the road. Avoid them, keep them off the verges, and send the cones flying. Also littered around are large letter Qs. These must be driven over and collected. They can later be traded in for specialised equipment from Q's Gadget Workshop, assuming you get there. As well as all other hazards, there are puddles on the road. Lotus's legendary handling appears to leave a lot to be desired, as every time you encounter a puddle, the car spins out of control for a few seconds. You'll eventually reach a pier. The car doesn't dive into the water like in the movie. It trundles to a halt and you both get into a small motorboat. The scrolling game continues. You chug off in the little boat. It is as hard to control as the car, but at least it is armed, albeit with a largely ineffectual missile launcher. You move the boat in exactly the same manner as the Lotus, and it responds in the same way. There are a great many piers and jetties to avoid. Some lead into blind alleys and cause you to explode horribly. The sea is littered with little buoys, other boats, and more waterproof Q tokens to collect. Once you have negotiated the hazards and headed out to the open sea, you are magically transported into the Lotus once more. It's with a sense of deja vu that you begin driving along a vertically scrolling road, avoiding cars and traffic cones and collecting Q points. The main difference is that this time you must rendezvous with the Q truck. Drive up into the back of it and you can equip your car with a variety of weapons. Each costs a certain number of tokens, and so that's what they're for. Having done this, you drive off again. This is the problem with The Spy Who Loved Me. There really isn't enough to do. The only difference with this driving section is that there are jumps to negotiate, pieces of broken glass on the road, and a helicopter buzzing overhead. This is packed with gun-waving baddies that is just bigging for a missile in the rotor blades. The third and final level, if you get there, yep, control is that tricky, has you belting off towards Stromberg's HQ, and the final world-saving confrontation. The scrolling is pretty smooth, and there's a wealth of detail on the screen during the latest driving sequence. What lets it down is the control. The car feels like it is driving on ice, and when you hit a puddle, the control goes completely. The most successful way to get around the problem is to go very slow, indeed, past the puzzles. Yes, I know that Bond wouldn't be seen dead driving like an arthritic an arthritic snail, I guess it is. Like an arthritic snail around a measly puddle. But the alternative is to crash. Whenever you do lose a life, you start either back at the beginning of the level or about halfway through. Naturally, this is terrible news if you've struggled for ages and have almost got to the next level. The sound is a bit sparse. There are also no car or boat noises, but a scuffing can be heard when you drive off the road. Other effects occur when you hit things. Overall, The Spy Who Loved Me isn't very fulfilling or satisfying. The link with the actual film is tenuous, and although the graphics are smooth and nicely drawn, they don't make up for lack of gameplay. James Not Bond Leach. First day target score. Get to the helicopter on level 2. Second opinion. Spy Who Loved Me on the CPC looks almost as good as the 16-bit versions, which isn't saying much, unfortunately. It's pretty enough nonetheless, but the awful control stops it assuming any real playability. Okay. The verdict, graphics, 78%. Smooth, detailed, colourful. The main sprite is a little small, though. Sonic's 59%. Not much, really. What there is fits in nicely. Grab factor 64%. Initially challenging and addictive. Staying power 41%. It gets very monotonous. AA rating 52%. There isn't enough variety. Okay. Okay. Six foot weight version, 464 on flip side. Okay, let's go. Twisted control. Twisted control. Space to continue. It's just that. Okay, let's go. Yeah, fire button does nothing. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Get off. Okay, oh, stay on the road. Yeah, traffic cones everywhere. Water. Oh. Yeah. Get off there, get off there. Ooh, jeez. To the water. Get off there, get off there. Jeez. Get off there, get off there. Jeez. Oh no! Oh, dead. Bad show, James. Do it all again. Oh god. Where did you go to the left for? I pushed right. Moved left. It wasn't spinning. Ah, jeez. Where you going right for? Left for, you idiot. I didn't push right, left. Oh. Yeah, again. Bad show, James. Is it reverse your controls? Like, that's exactly what water does in real life, I'm sure. Get off there. Come on, go. And puddles are dangerous. God, don't even have to move to get damage. It's hard to get around. They're puddles. You just take your time. Not that there's a time limit or anything. It's not an obvious one. We're doing that again. In. Off we go. We're in a boat now. Whee! There's like traffic cone, just bump them out of the way. Let's get more room here. Whee! Which one's a dead end? That's a dead end! I can avoid it or something once you're in there. It's called having to remember the whole stage. Whee! I thought it would have been the dead end one again, but it wasn't. But so, James, game over! Oy. We'll give it one more try. Probably do worse. Avoid puddles. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, God, okay. Oh no, we died. We crashed right into it, didn't we? Oh no. Okay, we're alright then. Slow down to get across. There you go. Whee! What other routes do we have to memorize? Oh, God, no. Bad show, James. Have to do it all again. Looks like it. Oh, wow. One hit dead, huh? That's handy. Hey, going slow so I could make the corner. Don't punish me for that. Alright, I do have missiles. I forget I have missiles. Right, I forgot again. Oh, it was... I forgot where I was. Right, ramp here. Yee. Gotta make a turn now, gotta slow down already. And make that. Yee. Oh. Oh, close. Whee. Okay, now I've got another car section, right? Here we go. Oh, jeez. Is this the Q truck? Yep, here we go. Sub laser, sub 8-way gun. Sounds good. away everything. Oh. I've got to go the other way again. That's what happens. Bad show, James. I still keep my weapons at least. I suppose it's something. Gotta avoid everything almost. Good God. Oh no, we've got a fork in the road. Which way is the correct way? That was not the right thing to do. Bad show, James. Do it all again. Okay, it's basically just a ramp. Right, that takes more than one hit. Go this way then. Two trucks back. Oh. That is a dead end. You cannot jump over it. Bad show, James. Game over. Ugh. Back to the magazine. Alright, let's move on. Rent and play. Console cartridge hire from as little as £1.50 per week. Next game is Midnight Resistance by Ocean. $10.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. When your entire family, including Grandpa the eminent scientist, have been captured by a ruthless gang of international terrorists, there's just one thing for it. Peace talks through United Nations envoy? You think not. The only way to negotiate with people like this is with a smoking Kalashnikov. Your mission is to move in and move them out. If you don't, the terrorists will force Gramps to build a big bomb and blow up the world, or arrange something equally catastrophic. You're on your own from here on in. The arcade version had a two-brother mode, and you have to make your way through the hordes of mechanized megalomaniacs with only a gun for company. Midnight Resistance is a walk along the platforms and shoot everything that moves type of game. The difference is that the ways in that you can make your enemies die horrible deaths are far more varied than in other games of the genre. For a start, your weapon can spit out lead through a full 360 degrees. It's also possible to crawl through tight passages, still spraying the circle of death as you go. Baddies sneaking up below or trying to ambush from above don't stand a chance. As well as the all too common foot soldiers, there's plenty of heavy military to overcome as well. These armoured enemies take several shots before bursting into a crimson ball of flame. Luckily, it's often possible to find a safe spot where you can hide from their line of fire while you're blasting them into oblivion. There are 9 levels of murder and mayhem to get through. Each one uses varied graphics, includes an alternative big baddies, and has a very different feel to the rest. The first level soon becomes quite easy after a while. Only careless mistakes will get you killed. From then on, however, it's a different story, as each level is significantly tougher than the last. Luckily, at the end of each level, there's a shop where you can purchase power-ups to overcome the increasingly hazardous obstacles. Among the weaponry on offer are freeway shooters and flamethrowers, guaranteed to roast anything in your path. You have to choose carefully, though. These extras are bought with keys taken from the bad guys you've slain. You're only allowed to collect a maximum of 6, so you have to spend them wisely, taking into account from experience what you'll be up against in the next level. The action is depicted in the Amstrad's 4-colour mode. The sprites are fairly large and well detailed. The backgrounds too are good. The lack of colour can cause problems though, and you can easily get confused as to what's actually happening. Green screen owners beware! Suitably futuristic music plays on the title screen, but in the game proper, sound is sparse. Just the usual explosion and shooting sounds with little else. The window in which the action takes is fairly small. Presumably this has been done for speed, but to little effect. The game still plays at a sluggish pace. When the edges of the tiny window are met, the playing area is page scrolled to reveal more of the map. Midnight Resistance is playable enough, but nothing really special. It has lost many of the features of its arcade parent. Any real speed and the arcade game's 2-player option are particularly conspicuous by their absence. There is something compelling about the game that keeps you coming back for more, though. Maybe it's the vast array of weapons available. Perhaps it's the prospect of 9 large levels to fight your way through. Whatever it is, it'll keep you playing well into the early hours. By midnight, all resistance is useless. First day target score, reach level 3. Second opinion, Midnight Resistance is an arcade game that lacks its principal arcade element, speed. Playable enough, however, once you get used to its slower pace of life. Also, the graphics get cluttered and confusing from time to time. Here's level 1. Don't worry about picking up all the keys, by the way. You can only carry 6 anyways. Here's the jeep for protection as you travel along the road. You can stand on top as it rolls over the enemies. Got the weapons. Alright, the verdict. Graphics 72%. Good use of the 4-colour mode. Sprites get a bit lost at times. Sonic 61%. Reasonable title tune. Not many in-game effects. Grab factor 73%. The action starts immediately. Slow. Staying power 84%. Plenty of attractive weapons. Surprisingly addictive despite the sedate pace. AA rating 77%. A slow moving but very playable game. Okay. Okay. Midnight Resistance. Visual effects correct. 990. Data East. Please. Oh, I forgot about this. Should have done this first. Yeah, so that crash, I think. Okay. Let's flip the disc before we get to that. Or about to flip to that, you know. How if we put the right disc back in again? Are we ready to flip the disc? It tells us to. Now. Here we go. Let's keep running into the cars. Fine. I've got to stop now. Oh, get off the damn thing now. Okay. Oh, climb the damn thing. Oh, he's over there. What are you putting him over there for? Pick a weapon. A shotgun, 3-way. Fire, bullet, shower. No idea how you use the things. Well, we pick up the 3-way. And we'll pick up the shower. Wonder how you use it. Up and fire, apparently. Here we go. Oh, I always got that bullet in the foot. Oh, we're going down anyway. Where's my shower? There it is. Get down there! Come on, down. Oh no! And dead. And dead again, and there goes half our keys. And our weapons. Don't stand in there. Oh god. It hit me? Really? I mean, here's a little take. Oh, okay. Actually, don't have to go underneath it to kill it. Oh, really? Game over. Continues? You want continues in this thing? Stick your name in. Got left and right to select. Too much work. Code Jimmy Bagley. Graphics Chaz Davies. Music Keith Tinman. There you go, one more go. Oh, wait for me, wait for me. I'm going to run faster than the car. Give me a quit option. Guess not. No, just go. And I got hit again, somehow. From something. And again! shotgun. Shower. Oh, come. He's just there. Problem with push scrolling. Why can't I do... Oh, can I use my shower down here? That seems like a problem. If you can't use shower while crouched. That seems a bad thing. Oh. Lost everything. There's meant to be more platforms. Get in the arcade version, but no. The gears of death, you just fall on top of them. Don't jump that far. Oh, you gotta get in your little gap there. I'm gonna fall down there. Oh no! Oh. Don't jump! Oh, okay. Oh, but I didn't dodge that one. One last go. Try not to die on the first stage. I said try not to die on the first stage. No, the guy just jumps, runs right into you. Damn it. Just keep firing. Don't rely on the... Oh, for God's sake. Quit would be nice. A quit button. But no, you got 6 lives to waste. And I'll get hit by something. Can't see what it was. And back to where we were. Climb the ladder, dude. Pick a weapon. Three-way. Shower. Oh god, I forgot about it. Damn it. Oh! Yeah, that's avoidable. And the guy just pops in there and kills you. He's everything. Game over anyway. Stick your aim in. No thanks. Anyway. We'll leave it at that for that game. I think that's it. See any more? See any more? At the AA Crimbo page. Yeah, I think, yeah. That's all, okay. So yeah, there's the last review of this magazine. Oh, you get to read the rest of it. The AA Crimbo page. You thought we'd forgotten, didn't you? Never. Here's a special festive page, just for all those readers bloated with Christmas pud, sozzled by sherry, and fed up to the back teeth of listening to Auntie Maud describing her hernia op over the Stilton. Last year we let you have a sneak preview of the AA team's Crimbo Prezi lists, and we're delighted to be able to do the same this year. Send the writs to the usual address. So Ollie Alderton, number 1, some yellow crayons. Number 2, some red crayons. Number 3, some green crayons. Number 4, in fact, a whole variety of crayons. 5, something to put them in. No, wait a minute, start again. 1, a villa in Saint-Tropez. 2, a very powerful pair of binoculars. Okay, you can stop right there. James Leach, a year's membership of Mensa. Number 2, the collected works of Leo Tolstoy. Number 3, a BMW M635 CSIA plus heated gear knob. 4, a soulmate. I mean cellmate. Adam Waring, 10 input. How much money will you give me? 20, if M is less than 1 million, print not enough, you miserable cheapskating git. Go to 10. 30, print about bloomin' time. Rod Lawton, 1, a case of Moet de Chandon 63. 2, 2 gross finest Havana cigarillos. 3, a whole plucked pheasant. Oops, close one. 4, 6 kiloweight of Christmas pudding plus 142 quarts of double cream. 5, a stomach pump. The AA personality quiz. Yeah, come on, you get these cosmopolitan, you know. Here's your chance to probe the innermost depth of your psyche in a specially constructed quiz assembled by a team of expert psychoanalysts, specially recruited from the pub next door. What you have to do is carefully read the questions, then note the answer, and then it most closely corresponds to your own personality. Number 1. Your CPC breaks down on Christmas Eve, do you? A. Smash it with your joystick until it works. B. Phone Adam immediately, get him out of the bath. C. Use a process of elimination to track down the cause. Number 2. Your granny asks you to explain Laser Squad. Do you A. Blow her up with an autocannon? B. Find the manual and explain it as you play? C. Admit you've never heard of it. Number 3. You're pushing a trolley through Sainsbury's car park and collide with a battle droid from Zog. Do you A. Smack it in the trunnion widget with your trusty thermic lance until you happen to have with you. B. Be rather surprised and wonder whether you ought to tell someone. C. Dismantle it and search for components for your onboard project. Number 4. You're watching the Queen's speech and your TV goes fuzzy. Do you A. Assume it's Prince Philip? B. Phone the BBC? C. Stop fiddling with the telly. 5. You see Trenton Webb walking down the road. Do you A. Run away in a zigzag pattern and dive into the nearest bush? B. Say hello, aren't you Trenton Webb? C. Offer to show him your collection of screwdrivers. Number 6. The Great Escape is on TV again this Christmas. Do you A. Run out into the road and scream? B. Watch it anyway because it's not that bad really. C. Change channels to watch the documentary on recirculating trunnion spigot flanges on BBC Two. Your score. For each A answer, award yourself 0 points. For each B, you should give yourself 2 points, and for each C, 4 points. Now, add up your score and check the assessments below to find out just what sort of CPC owner you are. Less than 0.000001. There's nothing wrong with your brain that a small series of controlled explosions wouldn't put right. 0 to 8. You are a true games player who relies on sheer instinct and reaction time rather than any vestige of intellect. 8.0001 to 15.999. You are inclined to be pedantic. Your answers indicate a serious and common sense approach to life which could get you in trouble in some parts of South America. 16 to 23. You are about one step away from being a train-spotting propeller head. Have a care. 24. You are Adam Waring. Over 24. You are seriously innumerate. We suggest you immediately enroll in a maths course at your local college. Have you ever owned a Spectrum? The AA Christmas Carol, to be sung to the tune of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. We love you, Amstrad Action. You're the first place on the grid. On matters CPC concerned, you really lift the lid. In fact, we think you are such a mag, we send you 60 quid. It's the typins of comfort and joy, it's the typins of comfort and joy. We love you, Amstrad Action. You're so very funny. With you upon our shopping list, the outlook's always sunny. In fact, it seems a good idea to send you all our money. It's the typins of comfort and joy, and it's typins of comfort and joy. We love you, Amstrad Action. We're already on the phone to tell you what a job you're doing and that you're not alone. In fact, we'll send you all our praise and everything we own. And it's typins of comfort and joy, and it's typins of comfort and joy. NB, repeat as necessary. I'd like to know more, please. The Balrog releases updates previously. Okay. This month, the Balrog treats you to a massive clue pot and Lords of the Ladies section. The reason? Well, why not? But seriously, next month's column will be an Adventure PD special. And it'll be jammed so full of reviews of all the games available on PD that you won't be much room for anything else. Merry Christmas! News. Oops! In a recent AA, the Adventure Probe Awards were mentioned, and it was stated that Ken Bond's game The Island was awarded Best Text-Only 8-Bit Adventure of the Year. This is, of course, not true. Although The Island is a great game, the award was actually given to Ken's adventure The Test. Sorry, Ken. Fans of Ken's should look out for his latest game, which is, I'm reliably informed, ready now, called The Sparrow Legacy. It is a 2-parter poured game and costs only £4.50 disc only. The Balrog has been given a sneak preview and it looks to be Ken's best yet. Look out for the review soon. More details can be obtained from Ken. Where's Elvira, Mistress of Darkness ever... Was Elvira, Mistress of Darkness ever released on the CPC? Stephen Wilson, Lancashire. Elvira will not make an appearance on the CPC. Sorry. We get a photo instead. Where are they now? Were the Infocom games Plundered Hearts and A Mind Forever Voyaging ever released on the CPC? Peter Captain, Holland. Officially no, although I have heard rumours of a Mac version of Plundered Hearts running on the CPC. Strange but true. Here's a map of the island. Now, Typins. James Lee shorts it through another mailbag full of ripper routines. Christmas is a time for festivities and for making merry. And what do merry people do? They sing lustily. The fact that they do this at 3 a.m. in the road outside my house to the accompaniment of breaking glass and swearing doesn't seem to spoil their enjoyment. It certainly spoils mine. Alto. Anyway, this musical typing comes courtesy of Val Robinson of Fulham in London. We wouldn't dare to guess what sex Val is. We learned our lesson. But she has produced a piano-style keyboard which indicates the notes as you play them. It's very simple and great fun. You just use the second and third rows of the computer keys to simulate the notes. F0 to F8 are programmed to go higher up the scale. Try playing the following Christmassy tune. It's a ding-dong melody on high. Okay. You can get the keys to do it. Wonderful. 360 degrees. This little scorch is from Simon Clark of Prince's Risborough in Buckinghamshire. Simply change the contents of textile sign in line 1 to put in whatever message you choose. Hours, seconds of fun can be had. The clever part is how the phrase is expanded or contracted to fit exactly into the circle. Musical chords and scales. Continuing the musical theme, this offering from David Webber of the Isle of Man is a serious application. It will identify the notes in many chords and scales, as well as major, minor, and augmented. It will handle a great many other chords and sequences. One for the real musicians around. Block Builders. This game from Adrian Highland of Hawarden and Clwyd sets you building piles of blocks which fall from the sky. It's a long piece of code, but it's certainly worth typing in. The quality is superb. The idea isn't 100% original, but it's very nicely implemented. What is it? Tetris? Is it Tetris? Yeah, there's a long typing. Maze, an amendment. We seem to have put one over on everybody who typed in the program Maze in AA61. The purpose of the game is match all opposite coloured faces. This is the difficult bit. Well, not difficult exactly, more like impossible. The game can be made to work, however, by substituting the following data lines. And there you go. You'll be able to finish it now. Thanks to Solace of Devon for these adjustments. Back issues. Don't miss out. Above prices for UK only. Overseas prices, Europe £5, rest of the world £7. To order back issues, use the subscription offer form opposite. Free game when you subscribe to Amstrad Action. They didn't fix that. Lords of Chaos. Like no one noticed. Codemasters Crimbo Compo. The oh-so-generous budget software house Codemasters has come up with a Crimbo combo to blow your socks off. Last year, the Coders offered a brilliant portable CD player to one lucky winner, but this year, 3 of you, yes, 3, will be getting a colour handheld TV. Shocked? You should think so. To find out more about these fabulous prizes and how to enter, read on. Isn't technology wonderful? With the advent of affordable portable colour tallies, now anyone can lock themselves up in their bedroom, watching Neighbours instead of doing their homework, filling in poll tax forms or writing begging letters to the bank manager, which is what they told the others they were doing. And video recorders mean that you can record all those episodes you missed. Coincidentally, you may remember we gave away a portable tally and a video recorder last-ish. Well now, we're giving you the chance to catch up with your fave proggies on the bus, at the laundrette, dangling from the Avon Gorge, or anywhere even your trusty portable wouldn't get to. These handheld TVs we're giving away are slim enough to fit in a coat pocket. Yet their high-resolution, coloured LCD screens give absolutely startling picture quality. They run for hours on a single set of batteries. Oh. And built-in headphone sockets mean that they don't get thrown off buses and booted out of Sainsbury's for disturbing all those boring types around you. But what about all those people who say they're only happening to breed a nation of couch potatoes? Rubbish! Thanks to the Fabby AA Crimbo combo, you can be a potato anywhere. The rules. Number 1. Employees of Future Publishing or Codemasters are not eligible for entry. Neither is anyone who might be able to sneak into the offices and staple every entry but one to the inside of a hat. Number 2. Multiple entries will not be tolerated. If you want to spend a fortune on stamps, it's up to you, but they'll end up in the bin. 3. Closing date is February 28th, 1991. So, if you don't get your entry form in before then, it's hard cheese. Crimbo Compo entry form. If you want to stand a chance of winning one of the 3 handheld colour TVs we're giving away this Christmas, you've got to answer the following tricky questions. Just tick the box next to which you think is the right answer. Number 1, Codemasters is the name of the UK's leading budget software house, an elite code cracking intelligence squad from World War II, a firm manufacturing refrigerators in Bogota. Number 2, which of the following has starred in Neighbours? Kylie Minogue, Bonzo the Baboon, Cecil Parkinson. Number 3, what does LCD stand for? Long Cool Drink, a variety of locomotive operating from Crewe. Liquid Crystal Display. Number 4, Dizzy, the character in Codemasters' long-running series, is based on what item of food? A loaf? An egg? A mutated marrow? Number 5, every Christmas when a child is born, sung by Johnny Mathis, makes you happy, sad, or sick. This is the right answer. What's the best thing about Christmas? The presents? The food? The Amstrad Action cover tape? You'll tick this one if you know what's good for you. Right then, once you've ticked the answers, cut out this form and send it or a photocopy to Amstrad Action Crimbo Compo. And just so that we know who you are when we come to draw the winner's name out of the AA bobble hat, jot down your personal particulars here. Cluedo, Monopoly, Scrabble, Trivial Pursuits, plus a dozen more great games. It's free JY 3 joystick with $9.99 with every order. With £150 when purchased separately, only $14.99. Cheat mode, another huge wad of tips. Blimey, crikey, golly, gosh, and other expletives you've come to expect from the AA team. They really talk like that. It's the night before Christmas, come on, use your imagination, and all through the house not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. High above the rooftops, an old boy in red Jets chimneywood, clutching GX4000 consoles for you, bottles of fizzy plonk for me. Snowflakes fall and the earth shines crisp and white under a pale winter's moon. Somewhere in the cold distance, cheered by the ochre glow of a single candle-lit lantern and the Yuletide spirit, carolers sing. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galroy Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Violet Beats sending out 35,000 cards. Happy Christmas, everybody. What is all this? A spooky castle. The Glamis Castle near Forfar in Scotland is the most haunted castle in Britain, reputed to be the real-life setting for Shakespeare's Macbeth. In its time, it has seen many an evil deed. In addition to a host of stories concerning ghouls and ghosties, is a legend of a secret forbidden room hidden among the towers which holds dark and horrific memories from the past. But its location remains a mystery. All this has absolutely nothing to do with Graham Smith's tape poke for Spooky Castle, by the way. Tetris! Long ago, in a galaxy far away, Bobby Wade, who complained that there was no pause facility in the Microsoft game Tetris. Well, no sooner said than done. Marcus Fletcher of Carlisle has produced a poke which gives you just that, a breather from the hectic pace of that game. It's specifically for the Supreme Challenge disc, but may work on others. Press tab to pause, any other key to restart. Live and Let Die. Licensed to cheat. Graham 0A7. Hackers Talk. Smith saves Queen and Country from endless frustration with this tape poke for the game of the film of the book. Live and Let Die. James Bond, could you do this? Stunt Car Racer. 8 miles in 24 hours, good going, brilliant. Stunt Car Racer on disc by John Govan of Belfast gets the treatment here with infinite boost and invulnerability. I like the Obi-Wan wearing thingy in AA62, John. I may use it myself one day. And everybody has forgotten, of course. Where do you think I get my ideas from? We've had it this time. Tower City. Straight off the cover of AA61 is the free game Tower City, pulled to pieces by Stephen Troop of King's Lynn. Select which poke, or all of them, you want and go out blasting, brighten up your world with infinite flares. Quattro Combat. Andy Price has been busy again, this time putting together a poke for Codemaster's Quattro Combat compilation. The cheat works on 3 of the 4 games on the tape: Deathstalker, SAS Combat Simulator, and Arcade Flight Simulator. So even though it's a bit long, you get 3 for the price of 1. You may be asking, so where's the Ninja Massacre cheat? Well, inimitable Adam Waring can supply you with that, seeing as he wrote it. Not a bad ad. Yeah, password entries to every 5th level. Not a lot better than a poke. Got 5 passwords are rain, pink, year, rock, ward, hull, stag, and beer. Hostages. Fresh from casualty, Dr. Mike Wong is back again with a bit of surgery on the Infogrames disc game Hostages. His diagnosis is that you ought to be able to play the second part of the game without having to mess about with the first. His prescription for difficult games: take cheat mode once a month. Operation Thunderbolt. Look out, here comes a bunch of tips on Operation Thunderbolt for Master Games player and Deceiver's diarist Stephen Tripp of King's Lynn. Try to use as little ammo as possible, as it may cause your death if you run out. Only use rocket grenades when really necessary, or when there are too many enemy soldiers. To rescue the hostages on levels 4 and 6, shoot the door handles and locks. The doors will open and the hostage appears to the right. When all 8 hostages have been released on each of the 2 levels, no more will appear, but all the doors will be closed. On 3 levels, ones where hostages appear, they are end of level guardians. The first, level 4, uses a machine gun, the second, level 6, uses a rocket launcher, and the final, level 8, uses a machine gun, but is also holding the pilot in front of him. The first 2 can be killed easily with a machine gun, or by using 3 rocket grenades. The last level is very difficult and must be shot precisely using your gun. The rocket will kill the pilot also. Only shoot the terrorist's head, as it is his most vulnerable part and easiest to shoot. Shoot right to left, the sound will change when he is actually hit. Be very careful not to hit the pilot, you only get 1 chance. At the start of level 8, hoard magazines and use up all your rocket grenades to avoid using them and killing the pilot. Later on, only shoot the hand grenades, as if you hit the hostages, precious energy needed for the end of level will be lost. Restan, the game with 255 levels gets 255 lives, or however many you want. The Hit Squad's Restan tape falls to the cunning cleverness of the Restan man, Dunstable's own Andy Price. Thunderbirds. This poke for the tape version of Thunderbirds by Stephen Tripp of King's Lynn gives you infinite time. Your part of the deal is to select which level you are going to load, and then delete the lines which you don't need. Not too difficult, is it? Just a further bit of help, the passwords are Recovery, Aloysius, and Anderson. Dan Dare 3. Dan Dare 3, the latest offering from Virgin, has been looked at by Stephen Troop of King's Lynn. Go to the store and use up all your ammo, and then you get You then get 4,000 credits to spend on whatever you want. This works at any point in the game. Hands up, you horrors. Continental Circus. Okay, so do you remember this? Some time ago we did the disc version of the same cheat. Then the month after you were supposed to get the tape version for Continental Circus, but for some reason Rod cut it out. He's a bit like that. Anyway, undeterred, here it is again. If he cuts it out this time, you'll never know, but more importantly, will you care? Satan, stuck in the spectral caverns and dynamics. Satan, find your way out of the password to level 2. 01020304. Yeah, that's the password, alright. Ghouls and Ghosts. Carl Ebenezer, we've already done that. Surrey of Barnet has provided a little tip for Ghouls and Ghosts. On the first screen, if you go to the extreme left and jump in the air, a secret chest will appear. Not by real Whitakers, by the way. That never was much of a secret. Bloodwitch. After many hours of wandering around, not totally aimlessly, in Bloodwitch, Greg Lee of Sharples and Bolton has produced some tips to help you on your way. His monsters aren't all that bad, they're just like a good brawl. Conversation. When you first meet a monster, offer him 1 gold piece. He then accepts. Press the exchange icon if you now want the object offered. Press the yes icon. If you are short of money, continue and repeat as above. The monster will now offer an empty slot. Take it and try to get another gold piece from your chappie. If you look, some money will have materialized in your transfer slot. This is now yours. Repeat until you have enough. For more keys or arrows, try exchanging an arrow or a key with the monster and accept what he gives, empty slot or not. Continue until you have enough. Note keys are more common. If you are short of food, exchange 1 gold piece with the monster and then another gold piece. The second time the monster exchanges your money for 1 gold piece, then do as you had just met the monster, i.e. offer 1 gold piece, exchange, and the monster offers food. When selecting monsters at the beginning of the game, make sure you have a fighter, a mage, and an assassin. An adventure does not seem much use. Tai Chang is probably the best assassin, Murbok the best mage, and Olk the best fighter. Fighting. Give your assassin a bow and arrows and put him in the back row with the mage. In the front row, put your fighters with the best weapons and armor. If possible, give them armor spells. Only fight monsters in rooms 2x2 or bigger and on twisting corridors leading to a room. Take groups of monsters on only one at a time and never stand and face them whilst fighting to the death. Always attack from the side. This is more important later when they start chucking spells at you. In big rooms, where there are 2 or more monsters, make sure you don't get cornered and fight while retreating. If things get too hot, then get out. The way you came in preferably, and lock the door behind you, and then go to sleep. Try to save the game before entering these areas, as they tend to be a bit dodgy. Before going to sleep, make sure it is not in a cul-de-sac, a corridor with no room at the end, as it may turn out to be a dead end when you're discovered by a monster and are trapped. Potions found have the following effect: Moonelics, spell points; Dragon Broth, vitality; Snake Slime, hit points; Brimstone Ale, the lot. Make sure you don't leave a section until you have done everything there is to do. Snoopy. Way down in Gibraltar, the gateway to Atlantis, Xavier Cursola has been working on the solution to Snoopy. I may come and visit you for a month or 2, Xavier. I've been on the lookout for a friend with a deck chair in the sun. Akari Warriors. David Hayes of Neilston has been good enough to tell us that if you redefine the keys on Akari Warriors so that both men are controlled by the same joystick, then choose a 2-player game, move one man to the edge of the screen and then the other until they're joined together, and now you play the same game with double the firepower and double the ammo. Now that's what I call a really clever cheat. Yeah, very clever. Eliminator. James Durant of Gloucester has supplied the level codes for Eliminator. What is this code for level 9? It's nothing but hyphens. There's cheat mode index. Previous 12 issues. Helpline. Oi, Helpline is for readers wanting help, tips and pen pals, or offering any of the above. No money is to change hands, okay? This page is for free help only. If you send in an entry asking for money for your services, you're wasting your time and a stamp. It'll be straight in the bin. On the other hand, send in a cheque for £5 and you could go into small ads. Into the world of Doctor Who. Doctor Who and Ace confront the old enemies, the Daleks. You can determine the outcome of the conflict when you dial 839121115. Plus Doctor Who quiz. Oh, wait, Doctor Who had ended by this point, hadn't it? Oh, anyway. The Fortress of Doom. Castles and caverns, monsters, myths, and master magicians. Become Lone Wolf, the last Kai Master of Summerland, and determine your destiny in this fantastic audio adventure. Level 2 now open. Ooh. Happy birthday, Maxam. They're still celebrating their birthday. A CBC without a multiface. Rebel without a cause. Life without direction. Christmas without presents. You must not use any of these products to copy, reproduce, infringe, or in any way any copyright material without the clear permission of the copyright owner. We do neither condone nor authorize the use of our products for the reproduction of copyright material. To do so is illegal. The CPC's missing link. Afterthought. If this page was a horse, you would shoot it. Spectre Video Wagglers winners ahoy. We've had some wonderfully witty answers to last month's Crimbo Prizzy List compo. But unfortunately we couldn't print all of them. Come on, we did ask you to keep them clean. Yeah, however, are those that we could print. Gary Smith of Carlisle wants a Commodore Amiga. Oh sure, very funny. That woman out of Baywatch complete with double-sized bed. 12 condoms in a jar. Okay, that's enough. See what we mean? Stephen Malpas of Bristol wants Ultra Fabby Spectre Video Joystick. A ton of lard. Eh? BBC One Spinning Globe. Framed picture of Dennis Thatcher. A caterpillar's brain. Got one, haven't you? Some custard to go with it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Parsnip. Toilet flush on CD, please. Bob Holness. Small slide of Rod's homemade wine. Well done, Stephen. We think you forgot the straight jacket. Steve Slasing of Oxon wants a blow-up rubber doll sim by Virgin. Easter egg. TNT by Domark to blow up the rubber doll. 5 pairs of knee-high grey socks. Dear Santa, says Simon Bales of Mansfield. You'd better give me all the things I'm going to ask for. I'll come round to your grotto and kick your bleeding teeth in. Okay, you win, you ghastly little oik. Dave Stokes of Roslyn wants a real full-size Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle to scare the living daylights out of my son so that I will no longer have to share my home with a complete set of turtle merchandising. A bit of politics there. 2 silicone discs. I think I can swing this one as the wife thinks she can use them to improve her figure. It's all about you. It's about all you will swing if she spots this, pal. A porcupine quill. Otherwise this competition will be completely pointless. Like that joke? A laptop computer. Organic. Dave wanted a cowboy outfit, but we can't print which outfit because despite what he says, it is libelous. We'll leave you guessing over that one. Congratulations, you lot. Your ultra faggy joysticks is on the way. Caption Compo winner. Well, we had 1 or 2 unusual entries for this one, but the winner has got to be the one we received from James Edwards of Blackburn. The wife, quick, hide an ear. Black. To the newsagent, Amstrad Action is distributed by Future Publishing. Dear newsagent, please reserve me a copy of the February issue of Amstrad Action, due out on the 3rd Thursday in January. If you're under 16, please get your parent or guardian to sign here. These are small ads. French test. $15.95 disc only. Hollywood collection. It's addictive. It's Pang. Perfect conversion of the popular arcade game Conquer the Balloon Invasion in this exhilarating test of your game playing skills. Instant loading, simply plug straight into any Amstrad 464 plus 6128 plus GX4. You get the idea. It's fast, the meanest pursuit game to hit your screen. It's fast, featuring explosive turbo boost. It's tough. Shoot the villains, but dodge their flak. He's back. Murphy's back. Battle your way through 7 levels of explosive action to face Robocop's greatest enemy, Robocop 2. It's tough. Sea, air, land. They are the men of the US Navy Special Forces. You control the team. You control the action. You hold the fate of innocent lives in your hands. The secret is the cartridge. Was it in the cartridge? Well, he's Pang again. Out now for Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Atari ST, Amiga, I guess. Pang, what the press say. The one, 90%. Simply there's the spice of life. And Pang is a spicy product. A refreshing blast from your arcade past. Good clean fun for all the family. Amiga format, 87%. The game is incredibly difficult to put down. Simple and enjoyable games like Pang don't come along too often. The sheer addictiveness will keep you coming back for just a quick couple of hours gaming. CU Screen Star, 87%. Superbly converted with plenty of bounce. Pang plays brilliantly. Ocean have managed to capture the feel of the arcade game perfectly, and that's what makes Pang a winner. Ace, 840. Just wait until you play it. The game positively oozes addictiveness. If you hanker for the days when games were fun and simple, buy Pang, you won't regret it. Zap, 82%. A polished conversion of a playable coin-op. Tour the world in the most addictive arcade game of the year from Mitchell Corp. A quick eye and super fast reflexes will give just a half chance of a win. The other half will come if the bounce goes your way. A screenshot. Arcade screenshot. Just so you know what it looks like. Right, that's the end of the magazine.